What's up, my dudes? Today we're going to talk about two companies that could transform logistics through autonomous trucking. That's Aurora Innovation and Kodiak AI. I own both of these companies and I'm going to talk about why. Again, this is not financial advice. This is my thoughts and opinions. A few years ago, I was part of the implementation of positive train control and computer-based train control, which was a lot more complicated than I gave it credit for at the time. But controlling two 20,000-ton bullets traveling on the same track in opposite directions at 70 miles an hour and figuring out how to make them miss each other was a lot more complicated than I had thought. Automation has followed a progression of increasing difficulty. We started with systems that controlled individual functions, a lot like cruise control for maintaining speed. Then we moved towards more complicated solutions like autopilot for planes, then positive train control, and then moving into computer-based train control. The next logical implementation is logistics on highways. A lot of those problems have already been resolved in previous iterations. Solving problems of gradually increasing complexity is the best way to break down these extremely complicated problems. Jumping straight into city driving is an exponentially more complicated problem to solve. I really like the idea of autonomous trucks on highways as long haulers, specifically because the industry has several tens of thousands of jobs unfilled right now. But also because autonomous trucks have the potential for greater fuel efficiency because they can avoid unnecessary braking and acceleration, and they can also operate around the clock. They also don't need to stop for meals, restrooms, rest breaks, and they don't have to monitor their hours of service. Additionally, they have infinite patience. An autonomous driver isn't going to suffer from road rage, and it won't be pressured to make up time. They will generally drive in the right-hand lane, and if they do miss an exit, they will simply reroute. Both of these companies currently have active vehicles in operation. And according to a March 4th, 2026 article titled Aurora Innovation Touts 250,000 Incident-Free Driverless Miles, and an October 29th, 2025 article titled AI Truck System Matches Top Human Drivers in Massive Safety Showdown with Perfect Scores, both Aurora and Kodiak have publicly touted strong safety records. The problem both of these companies have is scaling up to profit. Right now, they're both burning cash at this point, which is understandable, but it is also where I have a little disappointment in Kodiak AI. Kodiak stock had been trading at $9 a share, but they raised money at $6.50 per share and included warrants at $6 a share, which has obviously provided a little bit of downward pressure on the stock price and diluted equity. As an investor who bought in at $8 a share, I'm a little upset. Not because the share price went down, but because that was their position when they were negotiating to raise funds. I understand companies need capital. This is not about fundraising. This is about the terms that they accepted. It leaves me with questions about their ability to negotiate a fair contract to start making money instead of burning it like it's dryer lint. I own some of both companies. I believe there's plenty of space in the market for multiple players. I also see opportunities for them licensing out their solutions to in-city autonomous vehicles as an opportunity to leverage their solutions. Anyway, if you have time to wait, this is an opportunity that could turn to profit in the next few years. These are still speculative investments, but I believe that it's worth the opportunity and the risk. That is, of course, my opinion. If you enjoy this kind of content, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next week.